These are the best and worst glamping vendors in 2025, and this is our brutally honest review. No fluff, no sponsors, just the truth.
From a couple that's been building luxury retreats for over a decade. In this video, we're gonna tell you who not to work with, who to work with, and show you a lot of really cool structures for your property. We're gonna hold nothing back.
So we just got back from the Glamping show. It's the largest conference in North America for glamping. There's about 100 vendors where people actually bring the manufactured buildings that they sell. You can get your eyes on it, your hands on it, touch it. There's tons of people who travel in from all over the world to see the best of the best.
Last year, 2024 was our first year attending the Glamping show. Some people saw us there and they're like, what are you doing here? Like, are you speaking here? And we were like, no, we just came as fans to check it out.
But this year, we shared our story on day one and a bunch of lessons that we've learned over the last decade. On day two, we did a wellness panel and we got to talk to dozens and dozens of people.
There was a line that lasted 90 minutes and we actually had to cut it off because Isaac French was there speaking, Ben Wolf was there. So the first thing I noticed when we were pulling up to the event at the fairgrounds was these beautiful, amazing covered wagons. I just immediately felt the spirit of that. And that to me is a great symbol or metaphor of the whole glamping industry. Before we built Bolt Farm in Tennessee, I was very interested in this concept. There were not an option like this. I was like looking for an old one that I could fix up. This is completely turnkey. It actually has a hardtop roof. And the way that the pioneers traveled across America in wagons, I just think that embodies a lot of the people who are in this industry. You challenge the status quo like we do. We got little gold rims, blingy for a wagon. I want to see under this. I think my biggest objection to this would be, okay, what if a branch falls on it? Is that going to tear it? But this actually has wood all around it. Like, you just tell it's built well.
I was convinced we were leaving with paying for one, like with paying a deposit on one.
Maybe this becomes the bar. And this is your tasting room right here. Table in the middle, chairs on the side. Tori was so against this. Like our thing, like, cause we're in this business together as a couple, our rule is like, it has to be a yes for both of us or it's a no. So for it to be a bourbon tasting room in the world.
Are coming to Bolt Farm, luxury resort, the wellness resort, the romantic destination. Are you confused when you see a covered wagon?
I need you to help us settle a debate. The whole bourbon trail was started with wagons. Whiskey sloshing around in the back of the wagons.
Bring it all back up.
Share your comments. This is like one of the most important things you can do for me. is weigh in if you think we should use a covered wagon for some kind of amenity, or is that totally dumb and a horrible idea?
I love the covered wagons, and I think we will do them at some point. I think it will be at a different location because it's a totally different vibe. Take me out west, and I'll get you a covered wagon, baby.
I would give Conestoga wagons probably like a 4.5 out of 5, not a 5, just because like I haven't experienced it myself.
I'm gonna go 4 out of 5. It's really, really well done. It's not like the highest bar of luxury, but like you can tell it's well crafted.
Probably if I stayed in one, I would give it a 5.
Moving on. Next is Timberkraft. They did a collab with Highland Cottage. This structure was so well done, like 10 out of 10 on design.
They've already totally set the scene with the luxury accommodations.
I love this counter space. You never get a lot of counter space.
Yeah, towel warmer.
What?
It's a towel warmer. Oh my gosh. Is it on?
It's on.
They had antique brass hardware.
They nailed
the
interior.
appliances were crushing. Like I was like, okay, taking pictures of the toaster being like, I need this in my life. Again, I haven't stayed in one of these units, can't speak from personal experience, but just from what I saw at the Glamping show, I was really, really impressed.
The accordion window is really cool. That's really like a high-end statement piece. So a member of our mastermind was looking at this because of the big view. It's not just like one big window. You can actually open it up. In practicality, there's probably on a few seasons of the year where that's actually a possibility. Nevertheless, feels fancy, probably looks great for the gram.
Tall ceiling,
I'm
spacious
curious.
bathroom.
The other big thing is like, you've got to be mindful of like curtains and blackout shades, because it's beautiful to see these big windows on these units during the daytime, but like when you're trying to sleep in because you're on vacation and you can't do that, that can be an issue. Having a big window, very important that you choose the direction that you put it. You know, you're gonna get like afternoon sun, it's gonna be baking in there. So those are a lot of things that people don't think about before they purchase these, but it has a big impact on the guest experience. If it was so well executed, I feel like it deserves more than 4 stars. Honestly, I don't like the people who are like, I'm not gonna give you 5 stars, you know, because I never give anything 5 stars. Sure. Like, we provide a 5-star experience. I want that 5-star review. Like, I think they did it was a 5-star presentation. What I don't know is like what it looks like at scale. Because again, the big picture here is like anyone can create a model and that model looks amazing. What's hard is doing that 100 times and every one of them being just as great. That's where it's super crucial that you like speak to references. Here's the pro tip, like take a picture of it, use Google Lens search and search by photo, have it bring other listings to you, and then like reach out, book it, stay there, or just talk to the person and just say, what was your experience like? Did they do what they said they were gonna do? Were there any hiccups when it arrived? Those things are massive, and a lot of times people can just get swept away with the beauty of something or the low price of something, and then what you get on the back side of that is pain and suffering, and I wanna spare you from that.
All right, now to the biggest loser.
The biggest loser actually makes my blood boil, and I want to stay in a good mood for this video, so let's do them at the end.
Okay, perfect.
We also were there on a mission to find some really cool structures for staff housing. We really liked this one unit, and it was like high ceilings and had this rooftop deck, and it was just it almost felt like a plush-like studio that you would see, in the city somewhere.
1 bedroom plus a loft.
And to me, like that rooftop, I just feel quality of life. Whether you use it for staff housing or for a glamping unit, I think it was like 13 and a half feet tall before you put anything on the roof. It ships down the highway without the railing on the top, and then that gets added. You add your furniture. That could be the difference in whether or not guests have a view of whatever the attraction is on your property. We were really impressed with them. I don't know what their name of the company was.
We'll dig it up from the pamphlet and put it in the video right here. Now it's time for the biggest winner.
This company is so impressive. I can tell you from personal experience, I have stayed in their product. I have toured their factory. We're working with them, and they are making the new generation of our honeymoon treehouse is now being manufactured by them. This company is a great fit for anybody that wants to design something custom so that it is just your design, and then they will manufacture it. They're also a good fit. They have lots of, off-the-shelf models that you can buy. The name of the company, drumroll please, is Wind River Built. They're based out of Cleveland, Tennessee. I just can't say enough things about the entire staff, the way that they take care of people, the way that they have taken care of us throughout this whole process.
I can't believe it took us so long to discover them, because they're not like loud and flashy, but they're just consistent and good. And once we discovered them, we were like, where have you been all of our lives?
And I actually asked that question, and she was like, well, I've emailed you like 100 times. I was like, oh yeah, I don't check my email. They finally got through to us.
No.
Snail mail. They like sent a brochure in the mail.
Wow.
Had a whole note and everything. This endorsement is not paid for. I think they're doing great things. I want to see good companies win. Wind River Built is doing it right. They're someone that you can trust to build your dream, and they will do it in a factory that is like efficient, clean, well run. We have another video. I'll take you into the factory. We went and looked. You can see what we're building, how they're doing it, their whole facility, like everything.
So all that said, 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
And now to the biggest losers.
But first, a general word of caution and warning, because this is something that happened to us with the biggest loser. They're headquartered overseas, which means like they know that it will be really hard for you to sue them, because international lawsuits are just nearly impossible. They cost a fortune, and most people probably don't have the time or the energy to take them to the mat when they screw you over. And that was the case for us too. So the biggest loser was probably the most popular, most intriguing vendor there, because their display models are just eye-catching, very sexy. When you see the ads online and you're like, wow, like the price is amazing, but like there is no free lunch. Quality costs money. I just don't want any people to fall for that.
So the biggest loser of the 2025 glamping show, Oude Mir House. And here's why.
This company actually tried to pay us hush money to stop talking about the bad experience we had with them, because it's costing them millions and millions of dollars. We had tried at this point dozens of times to get them to just like do the right thing, have good customer service, fix all the obvious things that were wrong. Instead, it cost us $100,000 to fix all these things ourselves. They never made it right. Some people wanted to know, well, hey, you were one of their early customers. Maybe they fixed those things. And here's my thought on that. Anyone can have a fancy, beautiful outer shell, but if the guts are rotten, you should not work with that company. Maybe they fixed some of the deficiencies. We had to rewire the whole thing. The toilets were falling off the wall with a guest sitting on it, like really embarrassing stuff that could have hurt our brand. They didn't make it right. Instead of fully reimbursing us, meet us on the middle on that, which I thought was extremely generous. And they were just like, no, talked to a lot of people who said, oh my gosh, my experience was awful too.
So this was our recap of the biggest winners and the biggest losers of the 2025 Glamping Show. We really wrestled with even putting out this video because we like to be positive people, support other businesses, but we're like, we owe it to others in this industry who are putting their life savings on the line. We don't want you to make mistakes and really like lose in this. We might get some hate for it. We're just putting it out there, trying to be helpful.
Hats off, cheers, kudos to everyone who attended, all the vendors who are good vendors. If any of this was helpful, please like and subscribe. We're doing this for free, so it would mean the world to us if you would share this with somebody who needs to hear it.